A very good and happy Monday morning to everyone out there. Hope you all had a fantastic weekend. Landon Hampton here with you to bring you your latest weather or night forecast, courtesy of On Target. Folks, the broken record forecast will simply not loosen its grip here across the region. We continue to experience all the way through the weekend, and it's going to continue throughout the vast majority, if not the entirety of this week. Taking a look here at the latest satellite overlay along with our surface setup, this stationary front is going to be meandering southeast and then wobbling back and forth. And then we got high pressure down to our south that's going to help to continue to churn this deep southerly flow. Again, folks, it's the rinse and repeat forecast out here. It's going to be very hot, very muggy as we progress throughout today and throughout the remainder of the week. We're going to be looking at scattered storm chances, some of which could become strong at times, also impacting us as well. Let's get a look across the region. We do have some dense fog in some locations. Morgantown Skycam showcasing that early this morning. The Barren River Skycam, you can't even see anything. We were going to bring that one up, so please be aware if you're in our fog-prone locations out there with a low visibility early this morning. And if you're not underneath the fog, you're seeing an absolutely masterpiece of a sunrise. Wide array of colors of look at our WRUS cam down in Russellville. We've got a beautiful view out there with these pop-up showers and storms already beginning to initiate over portions of the Commonwealth and could be meandering here into the Wobbles vicinity here very, very shortly. Let's get a look out there at the current conditions. We are located right around the upper 60s, lower 70s region-wide in the temperature and dew point department. Going to be sending both of those upwards as we work throughout the day. Highs settling between the upper 80s, lower 90s. Dew points right around the low to mid 70s. You all know what the drill is. We're going to continue to keep scattered storm chances around with this rainforest-like atmosphere that will simply not loosen its grip, all right? Take a look at the latest surface map early this morning. There's that stationary front we were just looking at, and I want you to take a glance at what happens whenever we progress into Tuesday's surface map setup, and then we roll on into Wednesday's surface map setup. You will know those fronts remain, they meander down, and then they stay north of the region. Anything south of that boundary is going to stay very warm, very moist out there with the typical summer-like pattern continuing to take hold here across the great state of Kentucky. Let's jump over here and let's get a look at the latest model guidance and give you the breakdown, shall we? We can take a look and a gander at what's going to unfold as far as the short-term model guidance is concerned. You will note as we work throughout the daytime hours, we're going to have these scattered storms develop at random times. You can take this with a grain of salt, folks. This is just demonstrating these things could be firing off at any point in time throughout the day. Model guidance here by the 8 to 10 a.m. hours got a batch of some robust storms developing and tracking east across the region. Continues as we work into this afternoon. Overnight, we get a little bit more subtle disturbance working here, and then into our Tuesday, more scattered storms developing. Then we work into our Tuesday afternoon and evening. Then we get into Wednesday. All right, I'll stop. All right, you all get the idea here. This is going to continue to be the weather story here as we work over the course all the way through not only the midweek time frame, but as we progress on towards the weekend as well. Any storm that develops will have the opportunity to become strong to marginally severe. Again, it's the rinse and repeat forecast. Gusty winds whenever those storms build up, air mass storms, and they collapse on each other. Localized flooding will become a possibility like what we've been experiencing out there. And also copious amounts of lightning, especially with those dew points so high out there. We could see quite a few flashes coming along with these. Precipitable waters right on the magnitude of 2 inches. That's if you take the column of the atmosphere, you wring it out. That's how much water we would have on the ground. 2-inch plus, folks, that is very, very impressive. And look at it. It's not going anywhere all the way through today. As we get into our Tuesday night, even on into Wednesday, everything south of that stationary front that's going to be located up here in the upper Ohio Valley in the Midwest, all of this down here. Again, that rainforest-like atmosphere that's going to continue to fuel this ongoing active weather pattern for the foreseeable future. Let's take a look at the big picture. We will fast forward, shall we? We'll get past the midweek time frame. We roll on into our Thursday. We get into early Friday morning, and this is how the surface map is going to appear. This cold front is really going to tease us. It doesn't look like it's quite going to make it all the way through here, but it tries to get hung up right across and bisecting across the Commonwealth of Kentucky. This is going to continue to keep scattered storms in the forecast pretty much through the last half of the week as well. And yes, unfortunately, this will be taking us through the weekend to go along with it. So our relentless summer-like pattern with our daily scattered storm chances, some of which could become strong, is going to continue at least over the course of the next week. All right, so taking a look here at the latest from the Storm Prediction Center, we do have a portion of the Wobbles community there, basically the southwestern half, included in a 1 out of 5 on the severe weather risk scale. The Storm Prediction Center has given you a 5% probability of seeing damaging winds at or greater than 58 miles an hour, occur within 25 miles of you. So again, folks, low probability it's going to occur, but if it does, we could have a few damaging wind gusts as a result of that. You can take this with a grain of salt. This is showing 0.3 of an inch of rainfall over the next week. I'm not buying that whatsoever. If we get these daily storm chances that come in here, especially of the training variety, could need to be aware out there of some localized flooding whenever we get those storms that blow up and just train and continue to regenerate right over the same area. That could result in some localized flooding concerns. And not looking at anything on the magnitude, folks, of what occurred down there in Texas, but you can kind of get the idea of what this atmosphere provides the possibility of happening. So we need to stay weather aware, pay attention to this, have a place to go indoors if we get any of these random pop-ups that continue to impact the region. Here's a full breakdown of your next 6-day weather forecast. And yes, we will put the needle back down on the broken record. Scattered shower and storm chances going to be present each and every day. Partly sunny, very hot and muggy otherwise. Upper 80s, lower 90s. Heat indices flirting with the mid and upper 90s. This is going to take us all the way through the week, folks, and all the way through the weekend as well. That's going to wrap up your Monday morning weather night forecast presented by On Target. You all take care of yourselves and each other. Have a blessed start.